car, guys. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Wong. Today we have a very special car that we are showcasing out here. This is something a little bit different from what you normally see here. However, this thing is absolutely insane, guys. This is a 1990 GQ Nissan Patrol, and it's such an everyday four-wheel drive because it's got a very souped up motor under the bonnet, and you guys are going to absolutely love this car. We are out here with the owner today. This is Simon. How are you, mate?
Good.
Awesome, man. Could you tell us a little bit about your GQ Patrol over here?
Well, as you said, it's a 1990 Nissan GQ Patrol. It's got an RB30. Now you may think I've put that in, but it's actually come stock with the car.
That's factory.
Bought this car intentionally for the RB30.
Right.
Because everything else in this sort of range is sort of either diesel,
Yep.
or a big capacity, really low tech petrol motor.
Okay.
And I wanted the RB30.
What is it about the RB30 that's special?
JDM.
JDM.
JDM, man.
Is it the same one in the Skylines, the RB?
The R31 Skyline. Same one.
Wow. And that's in the Nissan Patrol.
Yep.
That is insane. And it's only in the GQ generation?
Only in the GQ generation. Yep.
Okay. That's a special car then.
Yeah, it comes carby, which is really weird for everyone that knows RB30s. They're always, fuel injected EFI. Obviously, I took that out first thing.
First thing. Oh, guys, we haven't even mentioned what's underneath the bonnet. Wait, why did you choose a GQ out of curiosity?
Because it's got a reputation to be probably the toughest drivetrain, the toughest underbody you can probably get in any four-wheel drive that's out there.
Wow.
Land Cruiser guys will always say, oh no, theirs is tougher, but proof's in the puddings. Land Cruiser guys always put GQ diffs in their cars.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, were you always a four-wheel drive kind of guy, or?
Not at all. So I came from the JDM world.
Okay. No, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I was in a 180SX, and then I sold that one and I bought an Evo 5. After being pulled over a few times in that thing, I want to get into a car that's going to let me let loose a bit and not get caught.
Yep.
And the answer for that was to do it out bush.
True, that makes sense.
Right? And coming from the Evo and all that sort of stuff, I couldn't have it being super slow. So,
so what did you do to it, guys?
What did I do to it? So
let's show them. Let's show them.
Right. I'll open up the bottom.
Awesome, man. Right off the bat, though, the GQ looks so cool in this setup. What kind of lift have you got going on here?
So it's a 3-inch EFS lift.
Okay.
It's got all the bells and whistles. So it's got adjustable panhards, front and rear.
Wow.
Adjustable heavy-duty drag link, steering damper.
Yep.
Radius arm, spacers, pretty much everything that you need to do. Yeah.
Off the catalogue.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And in the GQ style and body shape, it just looks so aggressive.
Nice and boxy and just tough.
Yeah, we like that. Jesus, look at that turbo. It's sick.
It's a TO4E China spec turbo.
Okay.
Built to an Australian customer's specification, so it's got probably a little bit better bearings and impeller on it. Everything was pretty much built by myself.
Oh, you did this yourself?
Everything.
Completely?
Everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the welding and all that stuff?
Welding. I taught myself how to weld on this car.
Jeez, that is so cool. So it's pretty much like a garage built, backyard built.
Full backyard build.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Not many people kind of do that nowadays.
No, it's back in when I built it, I couldn't afford to pay for someone to do it, so I had to do it.
How long ago did you have this set up in the car?
It's been, so I bought the car, I went away with the family on a trip and realised how slow it was.
Yeah.
And I think it was the next week, so it probably was standard for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks from when I bought it, and then ended up like this about 2 weeks later.
You're joking. And you've had this car for?
I've had this car for 11 years.
How much power would this setup be making?
On the dyno, it made 185 at the wheels.
That's pretty darn quick.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but you got to remember it's a 3-ton car.
3 tons.
So it's not going to be,
lightning fast.
It's not going to be lightning fast, but it's definitely a lot faster than it was.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What was it from factory?
From factory, I think the initial dyno run we ran was 63 kilowatts.
63 to 180.
185. 1050 newton meters tractive effort.
Simon hasn't mentioned, but it is actually on gas.
Yeah, straight gas.
It's even cooler.
So that's what allows me to run boost through a high comp motor, is because gas is basically equivalent of 120 RON fuel.
Ah, that's so interesting.
So it's got a high detonation point, and it runs happily on a high comp motor.
Clearly, 11 years of boost and just full sending it. How many Ks is the car on now, by the way?
The car's done, on the odometer, it's 202,100 and something.
So very low.
Yeah, for a car that's 32 years old, it's low.
Yeah, and you've definitely used this car
It's
with
been
purpose in mind, right?
Yeah. So it's been all through Tulangi State Forest, Gembrook. It's done Moe through the high country up to Mansfield in the snow the whole way.
Jesus.
And it's been on probably about 30 or 40 camping trips, which all involved a bit of
That's
full driving,
insane.
so.
In this trim, exactly like this.
In this trim, as it sits.
It's just interesting to note that this is an RB30 with a turbocharger, guys. If you guys aren't fully aware, this is actually what was in the VL, and that's what made all the crazy noises, the flutters. This is what people love out here in Australia, and that is in this Nissan Patrol with a turbo. I think it's time, guys. We went for a drive in this piece. So guys, let's go. Woo, listen to the purr of that RB30. Guys, this is gonna be so cool. Alright, let's jump up. It's a bit weird jumping so high up. Normally I'm squatting down to get into some slammed car.
Climbing out.
Literally. Oh, there's a nice little camera stand here. I'm gonna put on my seatbelt, guys. I think this thing will be pretty rad. Alright guys, we are finally setting off in the GQ Nissan Patrol, and wow, that sounds sick. It seems so effortless the way it builds power.
Yeah, it's the weight of the car. So
Right.
the weight of the car is making the turbo spool.
Having an RB30 turbo, it's kind of similar to, I guess, how a VL would sound in essence, or an R31 with a turbocharger. I only just did a video with an R31 Skyline, that was NA.
Okay, yeah.
So this is actually effectively 3 times faster than that. I can hear the induction noise already from the intake pipe in here. Oh, that's cool. And you're not even on it.
Nah.
Oh man. It seems like a really comfortable cruiser. Yeah, this is so sick, guys. And obviously, we aren't taking this car off-road. We are on-road, experiencing it on the tarmac. How does it handle?
It handles like a truck,
Yeah.
but it handles good for a good truck. So
No, that's good. You've definitely upgraded. Oh, that blow-off noise. Very, very tasteful.
I'm not even in it yet.
Not even on it. Oh man, guys, this is just a taste of it. I kind of want to close this because it's very windy, but I don't think you'll be able to hear all the noises that this car has. Oh my god. Woo! That's sweet. So has it been really reliable in the setup? I know we mentioned you've had it for 11 years essentially.
It's never let me down. It's never stopped anywhere. It's
Wow.
never broken down.
Ever.
Ever.
That is insane. Is it just because it's an RB30 or you're a wizard?
I wouldn't call myself a wizard, but I did the research and I did it as well as I could for what the budget allowed.
Yeah, for sure.
And I also drive it with mechanical sympathy, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm not hammering it everywhere.
No, Simon's not pushing this car at all, guys. And still, you can kind of get a taste of what it's got. Like,
Yeah.
you don't really need to be on this car. It's not a
It's
race
not a race car, but
exactly. Took the words out of our mouths. Yeah, it's not a race car. It's not. Definitely got a nice note. The exhaust is not drony or loud or anything.
no.
Did you fab that up yourself as well?
Yeah, fabbed up the exhaust and everything as well. So
That is
actually,
crazy.
I used to have a center muffler in it,
Yep.
but I thought it was too quiet, so
You ripped it off.
I ripped it off.
Oh, I honestly think the pitch, the noise, just perfect right now. And guys, sorry, as you were saying?
No, go for
No,
it.
you go.
So it's actually a 2.5 inch straight through, no mufflers.
Wow. No mufflers.
No mufflers.
Oh, I'm surprised it doesn't sound any louder because I've heard R31s and they're pretty darn loud.
I don't know, maybe the turbo muffles a lot of it as well, but
Yes, I forget that this is turbo.
yeah.
And then you hear the noise. Woo! That is sweet. It seems to handle really well. And you get to drive it kind of like a driver's car. You've got a 5-speed manual.
That's it.
3 pedals.
Kick on the downshift as well, so...
Yeah, can you hear that toe in this car?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, look at it, just piloting these corners.
Bumps mean nothing.
You don't actually have to like go sideways over a speed hump. Have you done that before?
Oh yeah. In the 180 that was silly low, so...
Yeah. Oh man, this is like super exciting to drive. And obviously this is only one half of what this car is capable of, right?
Yeah, it's built to go off-road and it performs off-road, so it still grips at the corners and...
Yeah, and these are muddies as well.
Yeah, yeah.
No way.
They're not too loud. Usually muddies are really loud, but
yeah, what tires have you got on these?
So Federal Courageous,
Never heard of this.
Oh, you won't unless you're in the mud scene. Like...
Okay, I've definitely got to get clued up because, guys, 4-wheel drives are bloody sick, and a thing like this is something else. And these roads are awesome.
My hometown road.
Oh, really? It's a good road for, I think, a jam car, but also a 4-wheel drive car as we're seeing it out here today. That's sick. I can just see it being a really comfortable car that's extremely capable.
Yeah, yeah.
And still fun as hell, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
it's also, it gets a lot of looks too, so...
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Like the presence on the street. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, even the presence in the mud, in the bush, right?
Yeah, yep.
It look even better out there.
Everyone's always coming up to it when we're in the bush and saying it's too clean to take out.
But you still take it out,
I still take it out. But you know,
That's wild.
followed by 4 to 6 hours of cleaning every trip. So
What? You must be the most fastidious cleaner of your 4-wheel
I think
drive.
I've got OCD really, but you know.
I mean, we all have a bit of that somewhere. Let's do it. What a car, guys. Obviously, this is just a little taste of the GQ Patrol. I can't wait to see how this car drives. It's gonna be sick. But just experiencing it here in the passenger seat, it's been a riot. Yep, it's recording. Alright guys, we are jumping. Wait, I don't know how to jump into it. You just grab the wheel to jump in? Alright guys, we are jumping into the GQ. This is really high. Not really familiar with this. Feel free to jump in the shot. Yeah, let's do it. You can hold it from the barrel. Yeah.
Give it a bit of gas.
Okay, a bit of gas. Here we go, guys. Sounds sick. It definitely sounds like something you wouldn't expect in a 4-wheel drive. The people normally pull up beside you and say, yo, what is that? What's under the hood?
Mainly people saying, pulling over and saying, man, that's a clean
Really?
Patrol.
And then do you tell them that it's got like, obviously the turbo under the bonnet and all that?
Oh, if they want to know about it, I'll tell them about it. And
Yeah.
I've been stuck at servos a fair bit before.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll just talk to you non-stop.
Just talking about cars, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Oh man, straight away, this thing sounds glorious. There's a lot of insect noises. I'm not too sure if you guys can hear that. And probably a lot of wind noises as well. This thing sounds sick, guys. It's definitely not the fastest car, but the symphony of noises that you've got going on in here. Oh, this is cool. And you jump into this cabin, it's just so clean. I think we even overlooked mentioning it. It's actually
How clean it is.
tidy as hell in here. Like there's no cracks or tears. There's no rattling interior trims or anything either.
That's where you spend most of your time, so it's got to be a nice place to be. So
I feel like a lot of people overlook that aspect though, which is a bit of a shame in their builds or cleanliness. But this thing is so tidy and it gets a bit hairy. I think one thing that you notice straight away is that it's got the same R31 cluster setup, very similar
Yep, old school.
as a Skyline or a VL, and you've got the turbo gauge there as well. Oh man, what a sight! I mean, these things came in the RD28.
RD28, yep.
How were these in comparison to the RD28s? Obviously not an RB though.
Well, the RD being a diesel, you could argue is a lot slower.
Oh, that's diesel.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
right.
So the TB42 and the RB30 were the only petrol motors to come out in the GQ.
Yeah, okay.
And then once it got to the GU, it went to a TB45 and then the TB48.
Yeah, what was the pick of the bunch typically?
Look, if you're after power, the TB48 is the pick.
Yeah.
Being a 4.8 litre inline six.
Is that from factory? It's the quickest?
From factory,
Okay.
yep.
What about now?
Now, I mean, like you could argue that the new Patrol, the Y62,
Yeah.
it's got a 5.6 litre V8 twin overhead cam beast of an engine.
Yeah, for sure.
TD42 is what everyone wants if you like diesel, but
Yeah.
I hate diesel, so.
Yeah, and this is gas. Gas is better than
gas.
diesel.
You know, I would argue it is. It's been cheaper to run.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like I dailied this, so I had to be cheap to run.
Oh, and you dailied this?
I dailied
like
this. Like this for 7 years.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What a car. It's just a testament to your build. And I think you've really put together something awesome, man.
Awesome, thanks.
No, honestly, it's been a blast to drive. I think there's a corner coming up. A bit weird to say that in a four-wheel drive. Listen to that verbal though. It literally sounds like the 31, but with some turbo noises behind it. This is sick, guys. Oh man, Simon, thanks so much for letting me experience this beast of a car.
Not a problem, my
It's
friend.
been a riot.
It's been great.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this content as well with this killer RB30 turbocharged GQ Nissan Patrol 4-wheel drive. If you guys have enjoyed it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button in the comments below.
Roundabouts, who cares?
Who cares, honestly? With a car like this, it just handles everything so well. In the comments below, tell me what you like about this GQ Patrol. If you want to see some episodes of it off-road, be sure to let us know as well. And consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please take care, guys.